Ghana has taken the historic, courageous and necessary step of formally dragging the Republic of South Africa before the entire African Union over the relentless, savage and ever-escalating xenophobic attacks that are slaughtering, looting, humiliating and terrorizing fellow African brothers and sisters on South African soil right now in 2026. This is not politics. This is a moral emergency. This is Pan-Africanism fighting for its very survival against the cancerous hatred that threatens to reduce our shared aspirations for unity, dignity and prosperity to ashes. As a fearless Pan-Africanist international investigative journalist who has covered conflicts, diplomatic crises and liberation struggles across Africa and the diaspora, I stand here today with unfiltered truth. South Africa's repeated descent into xenophobic barbarism is a dagger plunged into the heart of everything our ancestors fought for, from the anti-apartheid trenches to the independence fires lit by Nkrumah, Nyerere, Lumumba and Sankara. Enough is enough! The explosive letter dropped like a thunderbolt on May 6, 2026. Ghana's dynamic and principled Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa penned a document that will echo through the annals of continental history. He demanded without hesitation that the African Union place the growing xenophobic attacks against African migrants in South Africa as a top priority item on the agenda of the AU mid-year coordination meeting scheduled for June 24th to 27th, 2026 in El Alamein, Egypt. Minister Ablakwa pulled no punches, describing these vicious assaults as a serious threat to African unity, continental integration, and the fundamental safety and dignity of African nationals living and working in South Africa. He explicitly cited violations of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, the betrayal of Pan-African ideals, and the direct sabotage of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, which is supposed to bind us together economically, but is being ripped apart by hatred and violence. Ghana's demands are bold and comprehensive: immediate formal discussion at AU level, establishment of stronger and more effective AU monitoring and rapid response mechanisms, deployment of a credible independent fact-finding mission to probe the roots and scale of the violence, and genuine structured dialogue and reconciliation processes involving all stakeholders across the continent. The letter powerfully reminds South Africa and the entire AU of the immense solidarity, sacrifices, blood, resources and diplomatic muscle that African nations poured into the anti-apartheid struggle. No African should be dehumanized on African soil. This searing phrase cuts through the hypocrisy like a red-hot blade. Ghana is not pleading. Ghana is demanding justice, accountability, and the restoration of our shared humanity. This Ghanaian bombshell lands amid parallel fury from Nigeria. Nigerian lawmakers in the House of Representatives have issued strong calls for robust diplomatic and economic retaliation against South Africa. They are urging Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs to engage South African authorities aggressively, demanding concrete protection for Nigerian citizens. Proposals on the table include suspending diplomatic relations, halting trade deals, grounding aviation agreements, and imposing severe restrictions or outright closures on South African multinational businesses operating profitably in Nigeria, companies that have enjoyed massive markets while Nigerians face death and displacement in return. The message from Abuja is crystal clear and uncompromising: protect our people or face the full consequences. Investigative digging reveals scenes straight from a nightmare. Across KwaZulu-Natal, Johannesburg townships, Durban, Cape Town, Gauteng and other hotspots, marauding mobs and self-styled anti-foreigner vigilante groups, prominently including factions aligned with Operation Dudula and similar outfits, have unleashed coordinated waves of terror. They block major roads, storm shopping areas, invade residential complexes, loot businesses, assault individuals, and issue terrifying ultimatums. Pack your bags and go fix your own failing country. Viral videos flooding WhatsApp, X, TikTok and Facebook show horrifying clips. Men being beaten with sticks and fists, women dragged and insulted, shops being ransacked and set ablaze, children crying in fear as parents shield them. These images have sparked global condemnation and continental anger. One deeply disturbing recent incident involved a Ghanaian national national legally residing in KwaZulu-Natal. Eyewitness videos captured a frenzied mob surrounding the man, demanding he prove his immigration status on the street, hurling ethnic slurs against Ghana, physically punching and kicking him while he lay on the ground pleading and ordering him to leave South Africa immediately. Similar attacks on Nigerians have been even deadlier. Reports confirm multiple Nigerian victims, including cases where individuals like traders and workers were killed amid the chaos in Johannesburg areas. Zimbabwean, Malawian, Mozambican, Somali, Ethiopian, Congolese and other African communities face daily intimidation. Their shops marked, homes targeted, movements restricted by fear. Foreign nationals now live in virtual lockdowns, avoiding public transport, keeping children home from school, changing routes daily and hiding accents or identifiers to survive. A heartbreaking report detailed a Malawian child allegedly denied emergency medical access by vigilantes blocking a clinic, leading to tragedy. This is not sporadic crime, this is systematic terror fueled by hate. To truly understand this monster, we must dissect it layer by layer with unflinching honesty. Xenophobia in South Africa is the irrational, violent rejection of fellow Africans, black brothers and sisters who migrated in search of economic opportunities, safety from conflicts, or better futures. South Africa's relatively advanced infrastructure and economy have long attracted migrants who contribute enormously as entrepreneurs, running spaza shops, filling skilled and unskilled labor gaps, paying taxes, and boosting